Welcome fellow gamers, NX Gamer here with another video, this time regarding Watch Dogs once again. Ubisoft have obviously heard the cries in my last videos and other people's cries, and they've spent some time to get some media out there, and that's exactly what they've done. They've got some media out there. There's been quite a few trailers released over the last week or 2 weeks, and this is the latest one. This is a proper full-on trailer. Now visually it shows a lot of the game. I think it puts a lot of my proven points from my last videos into perspective. You can see it quite clearly here, looking pretty much like the 2013 stuff that we saw before. Now I'm not going to touch on this video too much on the graphical side of it. I've got another Watch Dogs downgrade 2.0 video that I'm coming up in the next day or so that will go into quite a few details of what's picked out of this video. But what is good, Ubisoft have been actually quite cheeky with this video. What they've done is they've dropped in loads and loads of hints and little flags about what the game contains, how the game works. Visually you can see it's beautiful. There's rain, there's weather, there's light, there's dynamic time of day. All that kind of stuff is present and correct in the game as expected. But what is quite good is some of the points they've highlighted in this trailer that probably a lot of people would have missed. Now some of the stuff's already out there. I did actually get this done the day it came out, but I haven't had time to edit this together yet due to other commitments, so apologies for the delay in getting this video out there. But what I want to do is go through some of the points in this trailer in some serious detail. So what's the first thing we can see from this trailer? Well, you get a shot here of the game as we pan over towards Aiden. You can see everyone in the game has a character, a lifestyle, a background, a history, and everyone, this is one of the things that Ubisoft have made quite clear, everyone is individual in the game. This shot here shows this guy, you run past him, he's got a life, he's got a history, he's got some sinister things going on with some bird there taking photographs, and everything in the game is dynamic.
You have control over a vast digital network.
Carjacking with no reforming glass. So all in all, there's a lot in this trailer that's probably what you'd expect, just how Watch Dogs plays out normally. But what you miss if you don't watch it really closely is they drop in loads of different pieces within the game. So let me go through those one by one. First, in the game, obviously people are individually created to work in their own methods, styles, that kind of thing. Now one of the things they touched on in the trailer is if you piss the wrong person off, you will end up getting yourself in a situation where they may come and ruin your day without you expecting it. So you get dynamic situations happening. Now the example they give is this guy turns up at your house because you've obviously previously wronged him, and he's some kind of kingpin gang member, and then it gets you involved in a shootout with them when you don't expect it. So this is basically Aiden having to react to a situation he created maybe a day before or 2 days before because he managed to cross somebody incorrectly. This is the guy that turns up, or this is one of the bad guys that turns up and kicks your ass. That's exciting. That feels like something different. If that really plays out the way they're saying, then that feels like a win in my book. What they next show in the video is basically you get forced out of the upper class into the seedy areas of Chicago. The first thing it shows you, is, other than the criminals play Far Cry 3 and hack ATMs, is there's a gang section. So you can see there on the wall there's a D. The D basically symbolises the fact that that's obviously a gang member. I imagine there's turf wars and different gangs in the area. So you can see here there's just hits being made, people being killed, and it also touches on the fact that anyone in the game can jump in and try and ruin your day, like then. And what that shows is the guy, obviously somebody else online has jumped in and blown up a gas pipe, I imagine. Quite a cool little touch there where this happens. You put your mask on and go into basically vigilante mode. The cops turn up, and the whole situation there has arisen out of the fact that somebody has hacked your game and blown up a gas pipe. And that's pretty much the standard stuff that most people would have pulled out of the game when they saw the trailer. And what you then get is a spinny shot and a beautiful shot of Aiden's piercing green eyes staring at you, and then a very fast sequence coming up that you blink and you miss it. So here's how it plays out when you start off. Right, did you catch all that? I don't think so. Okay, let's rewind it back and have a quick look through it again in reverse. Get an explosion, what looked like a robot, and lots of other things going on. Let's go back through this the right way around and stop at the important parts, I think, that highlight some of the principles. First thing is this. You obviously can mod your machines or a large part of the game involves modding vehicles and ammunition. The second stage you get to is this. Obviously the CTOS cameras you can then hack, tag, use as your own. There's some kind of modding ability there to mark them as owned no longer by the CTOS. You can play card games, obviously start fights, there's gamble generally in the game to earn money, maybe even work, which is nodded at later in the trailer. Now in the next shot you get a scene there with a background that says Civil War reenactment 6 to 8. Obviously a Ubisoft nod to Assassin's Creed there. Nice little touch. Car jumping. There's obviously, just like GTA 5, a lot of car ramping. This appears twice in the trailer, here and here, where you can ramp off of vehicles. So there must be some kind of mod or boost to get from ramping off and doing stunts. You then get games like this, so you've got gambling on the streets. Guess where the ball is under the hat. A little bit like Shenmue, in fact, which reminds me a little bit of, which is a bit of a strange one. This is nothing more than, I love this shot. I think that explosion in the background and shooting the light on the floor is great. That's just me. What's this guy? Some kind of Robocop Terminator thing that you're fighting, which is a little strange. You can see in the background there the map. The size of the city looks immense, with a split down the middle, so the two different islands. You've got this helicopter shot, which obviously got a sniper rifle that can shoot you. This is a strange one. Aliens. You've obviously got some kind of freaky science fiction alien game going on in this, which is a nice little touch. You can use boats to travel around the city. Obviously that split you saw on the map earlier is a big part of it. You can buy different weapons. This one's got some kind of additional shotgun blast. You can do fishing clearly in the game. Fishing's flagged here, and again you see a shot of looks like a trophy on a board. So there must be sub games for do fishing and things like that to fill your time. Prostitutes appear in the game. Obviously like GTA 5 you can probably pay them to relieve your stress of the day. Clearly here you can mod your clothes so you can dress Aiden differently. In this time some cool WatchDogs gear with a red hat and fleece, looking sweet. There looks like there's a serial killer, so maybe there's some missions where you have to catch a serial killer. That's the first murder. You can see shipyards, which means boats, and the sea plays a big part of the game for travel. And you've got a baseball stadium here, so you can clearly go and watch games or view games to pass the time. And then you've got a spider here, which maybe DedSec used to view you, capture you, and you can obviously hack and use on your behalf to do things that you want to do. And then the big one. This is the Ghost Rider School Cowboy mode, which has been hinted to on Twitter anyway already. And this is something that looks like a complete mode that you can play through, very much like COD Zombie mode, I would imagine. World at War. And that's it. Nice tasty explosion to end the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. Hope it wasn't too boring for you. Maybe some of this stuff was good, some of it wasn't. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, it helps me out. Take care, enjoy. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Welcome to Chicago, the city of big shoulders and bold ambition. In WatchDogs, Ubisoft has created an immersive, hyper-connected playground with new opportunities at every turn. Across historic landmarks and familiar neighborhoods, the city is rendered by a powerful new graphics engine specially built for WatchDogs. Rich dynamic lighting, weather, and physics affect every element of the game world to create a vivid, living city. Chicago is a bustling metropolis with all types and personalities. And WatchDogs brings new life to the countless civilians populating the city streets. Each citizen has a unique identity and reacts intelligently to the world around them. Everything and everyone is connected. You can hack into anyone's life. Tap their phones, their music, their accounts. Identify criminals, disrupt communications, roadways, infiltrate private homes. Any of these people could lead to exciting secrets or unexpected events. In WatchDogs, the opportunities come to you. You have control over a vast digital network. But remember, Your choices have consequences. Police don't want a vigilante on the loose, and the media will plaster your image on the news.
CTOS threat monitoring. Subject, Aiden Pierce.
Yeah, I can see him.
And if you cross the wrong citizen, you risk a bounty on your head. You may be forced into the darker corners of Chicago. The city is designed to surprise you. Any citizen could be a victim, a killer, or another player lurking inside your game. Connection is power, and you can use that against other players in the online community. Anyone could be your enemy, and anyone can be watching when you least expect it. WatchDogs delivers endless possibilities, challenging players to observe, to discover, and to invent new ways to connect with the world. It puts the power of a city in the palm of your hand, and it begs the question, what will you do?